Hello everyone, I'm Nizzahon here for the Aether Hub and recording yet another Amonkhet draft. I'll be back with you guys when this draft fires. Okay, well, Shadow of the Grave is pretty terrible in Limited. It has some potential in Constructed, but it isn't worth anything right now. It could be eventually, but as of the recording of this video, it's not worth anything. Trial of Zeal is excellent. Compulsory Rest is too, but I think Trial of Zeal is better. Even without the cartouche clause, you know, 3 mana to do 3 to something is great. You can even dome your opponent. But yeah, I think we take Trial of Zeal. If this guy wheels, then we probably jump into red-green. Seems unlikely, but I wouldn't mind if this guy came back either, since it looks like we're going into red. But we'll take the Trial of Zeal. And we get past a second Trial of Zeal. That works for me. I like Emberhorn Minotaur. I wouldn't mind him coming back. Fanbearer is quite good as well, but we're just going to take a second Trial of Zeal. See if we can get some cartouches. Definitely have the incentive to play them when you have 2 Trials of Zeal, which I think is just the best trial in the cycle. The white one, it comes close, but I think this one's better. Okay, well, Dispossess is another card that's terrible in Limited, but in Constructed, it's basically there for Aetherworks Marvel, so that's a thing. We have another cartouche, or a cartouche, I should say, which, as we noted, is something we want with our Trials of Zeal. It's also a Manticore the Gauntlet, who's fine, but I'm kind of leaning towards taking Gale Strike. You know, that gives us... We're sort of at the beginnings of a control deck if we pick up 2 Trials of Zeal and a Gale Strike to start with. Cartouche and Manticore are fine, but I think I'm going to take the Gale Strike. Okay. We have an Essence Scatter here, which is fine. Just not very exciting. Winds of Rebuke, which is sort of the same thing. A River Serpent, which I do like decently because... Ooh, don't want to... There we go. Which I do like decently because it cycles and it's a decent size. There's also a Greater Sandworm, which is quite good. I think the Sandworm's probably the best card in this pack. Binding Mummy can be pretty great in a zombie deck. So I could think about taking it, you know, and we're not really committed to anything. We could also try to cut red and take the Kenra, since we have 2 Trials of Zeal, and we really want red to be open. That's kind of worth thinking about. None of these cards are so much better that I'm going to feel bad about taking a Kenra, I don't think. So yeah, let's cut red. See if red continues to be sort of slim on this side, and it does kind of look like it is. Here I think we will take a cartouche of Solidarity. We could, I mean, again, we could take the Kenra, try to cut red, but we'll take a cartouche. Okay, well, I was worried about red not being open enough. I think those packs were just slim because we've got Magma Spray and a Warfire Javelineer here. I like both of them. I think I'm actually going to take the Javelineer. Playing a creature that also happens to do damage is great. Magma Spray is good too, but I think we're going to be able to make Warfire Javelineer work, especially if we stay in this color pair, which it looks like we can. It looks like we're going to be able to, yeah. So I'd probably take a Ceradon over Manticore. It has cycling, and that's more attractive to me. There's also the blue cartouche, though, which is quite good on like any of these guys. And we have 2 Trials of Zeal. Yeah, let's take the cartouche. Maybe the Ceradon, you know, if we took it, people would stop taking red to our left. But now we'll take a River Serpent. So, probably blue-red, if I can help it. I'd like to be blue-red. Actually haven't drafted a blue-red deck yet in this format, which is kind of crazy. It's my favorite color combination in Magic, probably, but it's just never seemed open enough. I've definitely had decks where I splashed Warfire Javelineer and he was great, who's really for that deck more than anything, but yeah. So Illusory Wrappings or Naga Oracle. I think Illusory Wrappings. Here I think I might take an Ancient Crab over a Naga Oracle. It just does a great job blocking on the ground. I don't know, the red doesn't seem hugely open. I'm hoping it flows really well from our other side, and then we can make blue-red work. Scribe of the Mindful's fine. Pyramid of the Pantheon is kind of worth speculating on because it can help you splash. Not super efficiently, mind you, but it can help. And I think that's what I'll take because of that. And I'll take Pursue Glory. You know, we have a bunch of cycling, so in the event we end up in a deck that wants that, like open a Drake Haven or something, that wouldn't be too bad. Okay, well, guess I'm glad I'm in red because we just opened Glorybringer. There's also an Electrify, but Glorybringer is probably the best card in the whole set. It's close. Archfiend of Ifnir might be up there. Stir the Sands is a great card. Scaled Behemoth is too. This is a very strong pack. The cards that I would be happy first picking in it are Electrify, Stir the Sands, Scaled Behemoth, and of course Glorybringer. But we're going to take the Glorybringer, obviously. So come on down, Big Dragon. Ooh, Commit to Memory is quite good. Feels Bone Picker, but we're not black. I think we take Commit to Memory. It's great. You can use it to sort of counter spells. You can use it to bounce permanents. It is an awesome card. So 2 rares in a row. Do we get a third one we want? No. I think we take a Shimmer Scale Drake here, and I'm going to take one that is in fact shimmering. So far we're not really that blue-red spellsy. That's okay though. We're definitely sort of a control deck that's going to play, you know, early removal and dudes who can block, and then in the late game play flyers and bigger creatures. I haven't gotten to draft Glorybringer yet, so that's pretty cool. Pretty sure it's worth a decent amount of money too, which is worth noting, you know, when you're drafting. Labyrinth Guardian, River Serpent, Tormenting Voice, Evolving Wilds. Probably just Labyrinth Guardian. It's not super exciting, but it's a fine card. Third River Serpent, you know, whatever. Tormenting Voice, if I want one, and I may because I have like Warfire Javelineer, I'll be able to get one. So no one else really wants it except this deck. And I guess any deck that ends up with like Drake Haven. So red still doesn't look super open, but blue's open enough, and we have a Glorybringer and 2 Trials of Zeal that we're just going to play red anyway. We'll take an Aven Initiate here. So right now in terms of instants and sorceries, we actually only have 1 that we're probably playing. So we really... Oh no, 2 because of commit... Yeah, we have 2. So we could definitely use more of them. There's another decent 2-drop in Nefkrop and Tingler. Maybe I just want Winds of Rebuke, though. Speaking of instants and sorceries, there's also a Tormenting Voice, but Winds of Rebuke is... I like it more, and we're going to see Tormenting Voice at some point or another. We're probably going to see other 2-drops at some point or another as well. So, yeah, I'll take Winds of Rebuke here. Ooh, Censor I like more than the Skirmisher. It's a good counter spell because in the early game you can usually get someone with it, and then in the late game if you draw it you can just cycle. So it's another instant or sorcery as well. But yeah, red is definitely not very open, but blue's open enough again. And the red cards we do have, other than Nimbleblade Kenra, are all like Bs or better. So I think we stick with it and are sort of a mono blue deck. Wouldn't hate finding another Cartouche. The red one's not going to be great in our deck, so I would rather have a second blue one, I think. Okay, well this pack is loaded with good blue stuff between Hieroglyphic Illumination, Shimmer Scale Drake, Illusory Wrappings, Sacred Excavation in the right deck, but we have to choose between these 3 cards. I think, you know, we're already doing decently enough on removal, and I really like Hieroglyphic Illumination. You know, we could take another Drake, but this is an instant or a sorcery, which our Javelineer cares about, and it's just a good card in general. Also has Cycling. You know, maybe in our last pack we get a Drake Haven. Who knows? But yeah, we're going to take the Illumination over Shimmer Scale Drake. Okay, now we'll take a Naga Oracle. I don't like Cancel. I mentioned I like Censor, but that's because you can get rid of it when it's bad. You can't get rid of Cancel when it's bad. We'll take a Naga Oracle here. Yeah, Heckma Sentinels, I guess, is fine in our deck. Is it better than Zenith Seeker, though? Yeah, I mean, most of our, other than River Serpent, our big threats have flying anyway. So I'll take another 3-drop. There's the white Cartouche. We'll take a Cradle of the Accursed. We might actually play it. If you're 2 colors, playing a land with a little bit of upside doesn't hurt. But yeah, I mean, red definitely, again, not open, but sometimes if your second color is open enough and you've picked up powerful cards in the early going in your other colors, you're in okay shape. And we are, I think. Okay, now I'm going to take a Tormenting Voice over another River Serpent. It's an instant or a sorcery. Maybe we'll pick up an Enigma Drake in our last pack. I wouldn't be too sad about that. Hey, there's Faith of the Devoted. We could turn into a blue-black cycling deck. I don't really want to do that when I have Glorybringer, but we could. We have lots of cycling. Stick this over there for now, too. Now we're definitely getting there on wanting to play Warfire Javelineer. I want Enigma Drake and Cryptic Serpent. Those would be nice payoffs to get in this last pack. No, I'll take a full art land, actually, over the desert, the bad one. Man, there's more than one bad one, but that's the worst one, I think. I did lose a game to it once against a mono-red opponent. I think I recorded it too. I don't remember which channel, mine or the Aether Hub, but where my opponent was like a super aggressive mono-red deck, and I was at 1. I thought I had stabilized, and then they played it, and I died, and I was like, really? And that's, yeah, that happened. Well, we got another red rare, but this one's bad, so we're not going to be taking it. I think this card's stone unplayable. You know, in the past I said, well, maybe there's a place for it, but I don't think there really is. We probably just want Lay Claim, which is super strong. It's a great sort of win condition. You know, our deck looks like it can probably go the long game. Shimmerscale Drake, another one wouldn't hurt either, but I like Lay Claim more. In the early game, you can just pitch it and cycle it if you have to, so... Which sometimes you do. Ooh, Deem Worthy's probably what we take here over another Gale Strike. Deem Worthy's great. We should take the red cards when we see them, you know. So we will. Because the blue ones are probably have a good chance at coming back, at least like that Skirmisher does. So I wouldn't hate not playing Naga Oracle. Well, this pack's not very good for us. If you're green or white, it's good. Fanbearer, Quarry Hauler, Hooded Brawler, those are all good cards. But I guess we just take a Skirmisher. Yeah, another 2-drop. May not make the cut in this deck, but we'll see. Like I was saying, I wouldn't mind not playing Naga Oracle or Heckma Sentinels for that matter. So I think having another 2-drop is probably better than playing either of those, especially one that can come back. Come on, Cryptic Drakes, or Enigma Drakes and Cryptic Serpents. They have similar names, Enigma and Cryptic. Well, there's the Black Trial. Not exactly what we want. Yeah, it looks like both our colors are getting cut pretty hard now. I mean, our deck is okay, even if it ends here, but yeah, would like for it not to. Minotaur Sure Shot's fine, but I think I like Aven Initiate more. Embalm is good, even though it has a huge Embalm cost. Like in the late game, it can just come back, and that's nice. Maybe I just convinced myself to go for the Minotaur. Yeah, let's take the Minotaur. Makes our curve a little better. Okay. Ancient Crab. Do we want another one? We might. The way this deck is looking. Start to finish is great. Pathmaker Initiate's fine, but I think I'm taking another Crab. We want to slow down things on the ground until we draw our Lay Claim, Glorybringer, or River Serpents even. Kill creatures and stuff. Bounce creatures. Doesn't look like we're going to get any... Like, the best payoff we have for a bunch of spells is Warfire Javelineer, and that's not a bad thing. The Javelineer is quite good. Cryptic Drake and Friends would have been nice. Don't think I want to play either Pathmaker Initiate or Zenith Seeker. I don't think I do anyway. So, or Hyena pack. So this pack is sort of superfluous. I think I'll take the 2-drop. Yeah, another top crop skirmisher. I like that more as a 2-drop than the initiate, so it might actually make the cut. Doesn't look like we're going to get another cartouche, sadly, but, you know, even if we get to bounce 1 Trial of Zeal in this draft, I'll be happy. Yeah, figuring out what to cut's not going to be super easy. Well, there's another cartouche. And I might actually play it, even though it's better in a deck that's loaded with creatures. But we have 2 Trials of Zeal. So that seems pretty good. So I think my graveyard's going to be well stocked often enough that I don't really need to run Tormenting Voice for Warfire Javelineer to be good. Look, that came back. What a surprise. I'll take it now, I guess. Don't want anything else in that pack, so. I don't know. Running this cartouche is a little dubious, I think. So we could think about cutting it. And, ooh, another Gale Strike. Yes, please. All right, well, that just made things harder in terms of cutting. Flameblade Adept. We do have some cycling, but I don't like that card for the most part. Clearly nobody else does either. Yeah, we're just so limited on actually playing red. We do have enough non-creature spells that I think we probably want to keep Nimbleblade Kenra. It'll have enough upside in our deck. You definitely think about cutting 1 Ancient Crab. I mean, or the Minotaur Sure Shot. I think I'm going to cut 1 Crab. Vizier of Remedies it is. Hey, Hyena Pack. That's not for us, though. We don't need it. Okay, so I like the look of this deck. I wish I'd made it more blue-red spellsy than it is. You know, picked up the gold cards, but I'll be okay. And, you know, I have Glorybringer, so there's that. Maybe I can lose a Winds of Rebuke. I have better, for the most part. This can bounce any non-land permanent, though. It's worth noting. That's not bad. Group creatures separately. I don't think I really want to cut anything that's down here. It's like all so good. So I think we need to lose one of our creatures. We just go with Ancient Crab again and then plan on siding in an additional one. I just feel like it's going to be pretty good in our deck when we're just sort of dirtling in the early game. So it's probably a Skirmisher that we lose. And yeah, I think that's fine. Basically mono blue. Pretty close. We didn't get an Evolving Wilds or anything. I don't think we want to go quite that extreme. We do have a lot of cycling, so finding my second mountain for Glorybringer is not going to be like super hard. But I think going 9-8 is probably still a wise decision. All right, so let's see how this thing plays. I'll see you guys in the first match. Hello, everyone. Going into the first match of an Amonkhet draft. I think this hand's pretty good. We got our, big bomb in it, and probably going to get to censor something on turn 2, play an Ancient Crab, lock down the ground, and then start Glorybringing. Seems reasonable. And actually, because our opponent goes before us, we'll probably get to censor something that costs 3 mana, which is even better. Okay, we're also going against blue-red. I will end my turn. Now, if my opponent doesn't play anything, it's going to kind of suck, and that's always the downside of counter spells. But I'll probably have to tap out. Okay, awesome. They got an Enigma Drake. I'm jealous, but we will counter it. There's our second Gale Strike. Yeah, let's play this crab. Crab it is. Okay, well, we can Trial of Zeal to kill their guy, or just play a Minotaur Sure Shot. I think I'm just going to play the Sure Shot for now. Hold on to that Trial of Zeal for something else. And end our turn. They're just going to cast Hieroglyphic Illumination? No. Kind of want them to tap out before I play Glorybringer, or at least not leave mana up for Cancel or Essence Scatter. Yeah, that'll work. That will work. So we can actually play Glorybringer and exert it and kill that, which I think is probably what we do. Also lets us attack with our Sure Shot. Javelineer. Oh, man. We did need to draw a land to actually be able to play our Glorybringer, is the downside. And we didn't get it. So we'll probably end up having to use Gale Strike on this, which is going to suck because it'll hit us again for 3. Does have to find somewhere else to put the -1/-1 counter, but still. Yeah. I think we just end our turn. And hope we draw that 5th land. I could also just... I might just chump block him. It's not the worst plan. Not the worst plan. Though, if I bounce him right now, he won't be able to recast it for a turn, which is nice. Not attacking. Okay. Well, that sucks. That our opponent's leaving all that mana up. Well, we didn't draw anything anyway. I'm just going to play this Aven Initiate. See if it gets Essence Scattered. Nope. It doesn't. Oh, their turn there. Yeah, I was surprised it didn't attack the first time. Yeah, we'll take it. Tap out, buddy. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, so land? Come on. Come on, world. All right, so I think I just leave mana up for Gale Strike and bounce one of these guys. I think that's just going to be better because it increases my chance of hitting the land I so desperately need. So, yeah, I'll just end my turn. Probably will bounce the Drake over bouncing the Manticore so it can do 3 to me again. Like, if I could play this Glorybringer, that Manticore would be dead, and I'd have a massive flyer. So, yeah. Would be very nice if we could make that happen. Okay, so our opponent's going to gain control of our Minotaur Sure Shot. They're just trying to go for the kill here, it looks like. Luckily, we have Gale Strike. So, it's not an easy kill to go for. Okay, so I'm going to block here and here. It makes me take 8. I drop to 3. Is that worth it? Yes, I think it is. Of course, he could have a trick in his hand. But yeah, let's do it. We do have Gale Strike to bounce whatever he wants to use a trick on. So let's see if he uses a trick first, and then we'll bounce whatever he targets with it. Could pump my Minotaur. If he does that, in response to that, I think I bounce this Drake. Really should have blocked this with my crab. I guess the reason I didn't is because I'd like to kill his creature, and I'm going to get my creature back on my turn. And this way we kill 2 of his creatures. We're going to bounce another one. So all he's going to have in play anymore is the Manticore. And if we draw a land, we'll kill his Manticore. So... wait a second. How come I couldn't... oh, because it's a sacrifice trigger thing. He sacrificed my guy at least, but... Gale Strike. This Drake. Okay, there's our 5th land. So... oh, and his Kenra's going to survive now is the bad news. We drop to 4. Alright, so we can play our Glorybringer now. So I think we do it. And we're going to exert him to kill the Minotaur. The Manticore, rather. Alright. End our turn there. I can't really attack with my crab and expect things not to go badly for me, so... we are up to 2 instants and sorceries in our graveyard, so we can kill this Kenra if we play Warfire Javelineer. If he just replays Shimmer Scale Drake, we're not that worried. And that's what he did. Because we have another Gale Strike. We also have Illusory Wrappings. I think I'm just going to play the Javelineer. No, I can't do that. That's too risky. I think I'm just going to put Illusory Wrappings on the Shimmer Scale Drake. And in my turn. I wonder if our opponent has more than 1 Limits of Solidarity since they chose to fling. Limits of Solidarity and fling both get better when you have the other, so... there's an Enigma Drake. It's 4 stupid toughness. I mean, I guess I can Glorybringer it out of the way, too. But yeah, I mean, I feel like this is the kind of game where we may have stabilized thanks to a bomb and having a hand full of gas, despite the fact that our opponent beat our faces in for several turns. I mean, they have 2/0/2s in play, so that helps. Okay, cycling that because it doesn't do anything against my guys makes me feel pretty good about the situation. My board is too big to care about any suns that are sweltering. All right. So, I think we attack, exert again. 4, 5, 6, 7, and probably embalm Maven Initiate. Yeah, that's probably what we'll do this turn. Just noticed our opponent's name is Mirari's Wake. That's a cool old card that was super powerful in its day. Luckily, this is not a dragon, but a drake. Because he says non-dragon. There aren't any other dragons in this set. There's probably going to be more in the next one, I guess. And then, yeah, we're going to just tap all our mana and embalm. I mean, we're still at a low life total that our opponent could find a way to reduce. One of the funny things about this is if my opponent puts illusory wrappings on it, it can still exert and do 4 damage to things. So, okay, so he's going to kill my flyer with that. I would think, yeah. Ooh, lay claim. You're not all that good right now, but you will be one of these days. Okay, so this is a card I don't really want to be bouncing, so I think I'm just going to play Trial of Zeal to kill it. Leave mana up for Gale Strike and in my turn. Hope our opponent doesn't have lay claim. I guess we can lay claim their lay claim and get back our Glorybringer, but still, that would be bad. I'm lucky he hasn't had Electrify yet. I think if my opponent played Electrify on this, I would just use Gale Strike on it and just be like, okay, I'll play him again and exert him again. Which is kind of a silly thing that you can do. So I could play Warfire Javelineer here and kill this, just so he doesn't have a blocker. That does seem reasonable. Yeah, let's do that. All right. I'm not exerting this time. I'm just bashing for 4. You only hit creatures, right? That would be ridiculous if you hit players. 8 damage on turn 5. I mean, he's already pretty ridiculous. It's crazy he's not a mythic. He's mythic power level wise, I feel like, but okay, Scribe of the Mindful. What can they get back with that? Fling or Limits of Solidarity seems like about it. It's probably still worth it for me to kill it. Exert, in other words. Yeah, we could also lay claim on it, but I'm holding on to that for my opponent's bomb that can actually turn this game around for our opponent. You gonna fling it? Oh god, he did have fling. So now we go to 2. It's a little scary. That is a little scary. Our opponent might find a way to kill us now that they've dropped us to 2. Okay. That's fine, I guess. So I may end up actually Gale Striking my own guy like I suggested that I might do. Manticore the Gauntlet would kill me. There's a lot of things that kill me right now. And that is not good. Oh, no. Ugh, that's stupid. So stupid. Okay. We, like, had that game. We're doing everything can to win it. Fling plus Manticore of the Gauntlet. Come on. That wasn't right. That game should have been ours. Played our Glorybringer even. That's the dangerous thing against red decks in this format, is they have all these little ways to do the last few points of damage to you. And yeah. If I'd been slightly more aggressive, I would have killed him before he could have killed me. Just slightly more aggressive. All right, let's see if this game can... I think this is a reasonable hand. Cycling on the Drake kind of saves it. We need to draw a third land, obviously, but it's pretty good. Yeah, we'll be cycling the Drake at the end of our opponent's turn, trying to hit that third land. Blood Rage Brawler. We really need to hit that third land so we can Trial of Zeal him. It's actually kind of messed up to Gale Strike him, because then my opponent has to play him again and discard a card again. So... And I get to draw a card off Gale Strike, so it's basically a 2-for-1 on its own. Let's try to hit a land here. World. Give me a land. There it is. Okay. So maybe I Gale Strike him instead, like I said. Also gets me to 1 on my Warfire Javelineer count. Could have also just played Ancient Crab. probably just should have done that, but I'm kind of greedy, I guess. Making my opponent dump more cards into Blood Rage Brawler is appealing. Alright, so we're just going to go Gale Strike. Illusory Wrappings, okay. They do recast him. Probably pitch another land. This time I do think I play my crab rather than use up Trial of Zeal. See if he can break through my crab's shell, as it were. Okay, this time they discarded Fling, which our opponent loves, and played a large part in killing us last turn. So, yeah, we'll play our crab. We could have left mana up for commit, but that's the nice thing about it. I can just bounce the if it's a permanent, I can just bounce it. So, ooh, okay. Well, I probably am going to go with bouncing, since this thing can now smash my face really, really hard. And plus Trial of Zeal doesn't work anymore. Well, we have 2 Trials of Zeal in our hand now. Yeah, I think I use commit. That will get me to 2 on my Warfire Javelineer count too, so that's not bad. I'm going to attack with my crab. Boom. That really made me wish I hadn't tapped out, though, because if I'd bounced this in response, he wouldn't have gotten to draw the card either, and it would have been, like, a real problem for our opponent. If I put illusory wrappings on it, it's still a 1/3 with flying, so... yeah. I think we just leave mana up for commit. Opponent doesn't have cancel mana, so that's good. They have censor mana, but I can pay for it, so... goodbye, Minotaur. Now we need to play both of these and then draw our cartouche. That's the dream. It's my dream anyway. Ah, so he's gonna get his guy back even sooner. I see what you're doing. Oh wait, no, he put Blood Rage Brawler in there too. He just pitched like cartouche, Blood Rage Brawler in a land, so. Wow, that's messed up. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry that we drew him. Because last game, he should have taken over the game, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and exert and attack with a crab. Kill the Oracle. Get in for 5. We have a ton of enchantments in our deck. We actually don't have that many instants and sorceries. It's kind of funny. Enigma Drake, okay. I mean, we've had 2-ish every time with our Warfire Javelineer, and that's plenty for him to be good, but I would like more than 2. Okay, well, that might help. Yeah, I think I just end my turn and probably cast Hieroglyphic Illumination. I might take 1 from Enigma Drake, but that's okay. It really is. That'll get me to 3 on my Warfire Javelineer count, which is quite good. Battlefield Scavenger. All right, well, Warfire Javelineer has something to kill now, so it's definitely worth playing. Late Claim and a Gale Strike. I like it all, but I'm gonna play Warfire Javelineer. Kill the Battlefield Scavenger and then attack and exert Glorybringer to kill Enigma Drake. Ouch. Okay, so he's going to take down my Glorybringer now. Damn. Well played, sir. They're going to kill each other at least, but now I lose my Glorybringer. He did have 2 for 1 himself, and I'd already killed another creature, so he did a lot of work, but he's not guiding me to victory anymore. Opponent's board is empty, so there's that. And I'm 1 mana away from Late Claim. I have 2 Trials of Zeal in my hand and lots of ways to mess up my opponent's board. So I think I probably want to Late Claim that. It's going to be even bigger on our side of the board. Yeah, so come to me, Enigma Drake. Not that much bigger. It's going to be a 3/4. We really wanted an Enigma Drake in our draft, and there it is. Scribe of the Mindful. Okay. Probably just Trial of Zeal that out of my way. Okay. So our opponent's dead next turn, just between the Drake and my other Trial of Zeal, so I think we're going to get there this game. Even though Glory wasn't brought as long as I would have liked. Yeah. All right. Ancient Crab has been pretty legit down on the ground. Makes me wonder if I want another one, but it's like, what do I cut for it? I don't really want to cut any of this stuff. Could think about Minotaur Sure Shot, I guess. Opponent doesn't have a ton of flyers. Yeah, let's put another crab in. I mean, I guess they have Enigma Drake, but Enigma Drake's going to kill Minotaur Sure Shot most of the time anyway. Okay, this is another reasonable hand. It's not a great one. We need to draw some threats. But we do have a counter spell, a way to interact, and a removal spell, so we can definitely dirtle for a while with this hand, even if we never draw another creature. I mean, if we never draw another creature, we're going to lose ultimately, but yeah. I would be really happy if my opponent didn't play a 2-drop. Looks like they're going to, though. Okay. Alright. I'm going to do this. Leave up mana. Hope my opponent tries to play a 3-drop, not a 2-drop. Play a 3-drop. Do it. Do it. No! Instead, I'm going to cast Winds of Rebuke on this guy. Okay, we lost 2 lands, which I'm fine with. Our opponent... We made our opponent lose a card, 2 cards, sort of, in a way. Okay, so there's a creature. Pay 4 mana for something, come on. You know you want to. I know you want to pay up 4 mana for something. Okay, there we go. Censor it is. Wow, we draw a Glorybringer a lot. It's kind of messed up of us, but what are you gonna do? Play Aven Initiate. We do need another mountain for it, so. But we have all kinds of action in our hand. All kinds. Can kill a lot of stuff with a Trial of Zeal. Can bounce a lot of things. Anything, really. And if we draw another mountain, we just play Glorybringer, so. My opponent going to put a Cartouche on this guy, too? If he did, I would probably just Trial of Zeal. Oh, Magma Spray. My poor guy. Okay, I think we'd probably just end our turn and hold up all the instant speed crap we have in our hand and then decide what we want to do, basically. I think I'm probably just going to take 2 if he attacks. No attack. What are you afraid of? I don't have Flash. Manticore of the Gauntlet. No, thank you. Let's put that back in your library. least give me a chance to draw my second mountain, you know? Cycle this. There it is. Okay. Can't do anything with it yet, but again, we're just going to leave our mana up and do what we need to do, whatever that might be. I may cycle Deem Worthy at the end of my opponent's turn if this dude is all he has in play. Okay, so let's see where he puts this counter. I could kill this in response and make this a smaller creature now, but he's putting it on his own guy. So I'm cool with that. I'm going to cycle this Deem Worthy. Kill this. Draw a card. Well, we have the Trial Cartouche combo going. I'm going to play Glorybringer because I'm a terrible person and I've drawn him 3 games in a row. And we're going to kill the Manticore. And get in for 4. I think he has another Manticore, so that's worth keeping in mind. Because we put 1 second from the top and then suddenly he had one anyway. So he's going to play another Manticore, but if that's all he plays, we can kill it with Trial of Zeal. So, no big deal. Okay, opponent is Tormenting Voicing, digging for something, which they do have time to do since I exerted my Glorybringer. Yeah, alright. I'll play another gigantic creature that can actually attack, and I can also give it flying. Alright, yep, we got there. Deck performed pretty well. I mean, we lost that first game, but just by a hair. In the other 2 games, we were fairly dominant. So, see you guys in the next match. Hello, everyone. We're going to the second match of an Amonkhet draft. I think we keep this hand mostly because of cycling being in it. If it didn't have that, it would be a lot shakier, but it does. So, we'll cycle our River Serpent on turn 1 quite happily. Well, we don't necessarily need to now. I'm going to hold on to him for now because now we have the mana we want. We can play our turn 2 creatures, and putting a Cartouche on Nimbleblade Kenra and stuff is pretty good. I think that's what I'm leaning towards playing too for now is the Kenra. Yeah, that's what we'll play. It'll be a 3/5 for the turn and a 2/4 flying. Ooh, opponent's going to try to go wide on us. The opponent is tapped out, though, so we get to go Cartouche of Knowledge. Draw another card. It's another land, but... and end our turn. So every time they play a creature, they get a creature token. That is not a creature, but it is also not great news. Okay. Well, we're going to attack. By the way, I couldn't have put Cartouche of Knowledge on my Labyrinth Guardian. Otherwise, that is what I would have done. He just sacrifices himself if I try to do something like that. So I might cycle the River Serpent. It doesn't look like I'm going to have enough cards in my graveyard. So it's kind of a problem. Yeah, this Monument is good. What's our opponent about to play? They're... Oh yeah, Winged Shepherd costs 1 less. I was like, wait a second, how'd they play that? That's how. Okay, so I'm gonna put Illusory Wrappings on the Shepherd. Gets me some prowess. And I'm gonna attack with both of these. Opponent just takes 5. And I'll end my turn. Angler Drake. That's not cool. Means you're gonna bounce my Kenra probably. Yeah. It's also not something you want to be using Gale Strike on either, so we need to find another answer. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cycle this. Okay, that can be an answer if I do some work. It's not gonna be an answer this turn though. We don't have any Artifact Hate or anything in our sideboard. Yeah, we're gonna take 4. Angler Drake making a warrior token on top of already being ridiculous is pretty painful. We'll get another Winged Shepherd. How lovely. 1 mana Glorybound Initiate too. Whew. Yeah, our opponent is basically on the verge of destroying us here in this match. Deem worthy. Okay. I can at least kill Angler Drake with that. And I can like Gale Strike, Winged Shepherd. Can't do it all one turn, but we'll end our turn. Okay. So I cast Deem Worthy to kill Angler Drake. See if that actually happens. And I think I'm going to block and try to kill Winged Shepherd. Yeah, they got something for me. I thought they might. All right, so we take 4. Ooh, our opponent's deck is disgusting. Look at how few creatures we have in their board. Yeah, we're done. We don't need to see anything else or show them anything else about our deck. We know what our opponent's doing. Man, that was brutal. Wish I had another sure shot to take out the Ancient Crab because my opponent had so many freaking flyers. You have Violent Impact. I guess I don't hate that. It's going to be kind of late some games at blowing up that thing, but at least it has cycling. Probably cut some other card with cycling, like a River Serpent for it. Yeah, I'd rather have the Drake than the River. I would like to play first. Okay, well this hand's not great, other than the Glorybringer. I think I'm going to keep it because of that. And hope our opponent doesn't have a blistering fast start again. Because Glorybringer, even Glorybringer is bad if your opponent plays Oketra's Monument and just poops out a million tokens. It's Not good. Okay, opponent played freaking Glorybound Initiate. I'm sure it's going to exert itself. Okay. Well, I'm just going to end my turn. Gross. Okay. Let's see how it is. If he attacks with the Initiate too, do I want to trade with it? Not really. Not in the world of Embalm. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do here with our good friend Glorybringer. I think we want to exert him and kill Glorybound Initiate. Okay, I am going to trade for this, even though he can just embalm it. Not too far away from lay claim mana. Alright, just embalming that guy back. And we're just going to end our turn. Might use Winds of Rebuke on that creature token. Probably will. I'm kind of low on life to not do that. Okay. Well, there's our Violent Impact that we cited in. Sparring Mummy. To untap another Sparring Mummy. Would I rather steal a Fanbearer or a Sparring Mummy? Probably a Fanbearer because it can actually shut down my guy. I guess I could kill a Fanbearer and steal a Sparring Mummy. That doesn't seem too bad. Not the best use of lay claim, but I'll take it. Yeah, well, I'll trade his Sparring Mummy for his Sparring Mummy. Well, we really wanted to draw another creature there, but I guess I'll take it. He can get Fanbearer back from his graveyard if he exerts Devoted Cropmate, which is kind of crappy for us. It's kind of looking like our opponent will find a way to beat Glorybringer. I think I still trade for the Cropmate if he attacks. He could use his Dunes and kill this and attack with both of these and get back Fanbearer. That's probably what he'll do. That's probably the best thing to do. Yeah. He could even get back Glorybound Initiate, actually. So we're kind of in trouble. We don't have the time to keep exerting our Glorybringer. No, we do not. Didn't use Grasping Dunes. Kind of surprised by that. Has to be used as a sorcery, so we don't have to worry about it. Yeah, he's getting back Fanbearer. Gonna block. Maybe he's planning on using it on the Embalm half. That might make sense. Okay, awesome. Drawing a large creature is kind of what I needed. So Glorybringer is going to kill the Fanbearer again. Ooh, are they going to double Impeccable Timing my Glorybringer? Only as a sorcery. Sorry, buddy. I think he just wasted his Impeccable Timing. Yeah, he did. Oh, I've been there. Not in this format, but because I did a full set review and I read the cards more thoroughly than I ever have, basically. But I've been there where a card says, use only as a sorcery, and sort of overlooked it, and that's what our opponent just did. Worked out for us. They didn't necessarily have to scoop, though. They were at so much life. They didn't even know I had another creature in my hand. So if I didn't, knowing maybe they should have scooped at least when I played the Shimmer Scale Drake. Because if I didn't have another creature, I was still pretty dead. But I think that was sort of a rage concession. I'll take it. Win's a win. All right. See if we can win this one. Nope, not with that hand. We can't. Okay, this is a reasonable one. I think I'd rather draw some more action than another island. I mean, we're going to draw another island. So Minotaur Sure Shot into Aven Initiate is our earliest stuff. Our opponent doesn't have a 2-drop, so that's great. Our Warfire Javelinier's in our hand, and I'm happy about that. Okay. See if our opponent has Censor for us. Nope. Interesting. So opponent couldn't have Cancel, but they could have Essence Scatter. But to be honest, if my opponent uses Essence Scatter and Aven Initiate, I'm going to attack first. And then just try to play Aven Initiate. See what happens here. Could be Impeccable Timing, yeah. So Cartouche of Knowledge would have protected it from that. That's worth noting. But that's okay. Let's see if they also have Essence Scatter. No, they don't. That crap, man. Oketra's Monument. I do not feel like dealing with that. We could put it back into our opponent's library, but I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, I really wish I'd put that cartouche onto my Minotaur Sure Shot. I was playing around counter magic more than I was Impeccable Timing, and I shouldn't have, because I knew my opponent had counter magic. I mean, Impeccable Timings. I'd seen them. Okay, so now I think we cast Commit. Still gets the creature token, but that is all. I'm thinking about just putting the cartouche on this, but if he has Impeccable Timing, that's going to be ugly. All right. So, is it worth it to play Warfire Javelineer just to kill a warrior token? And then play the cartouche on my Javelineer next turn? Doesn't seem terrible. Let's do it. Okay, so we're just going to try to kill our opponent in the air. That's my plan here. I'm going to put Cartouche of Knowledge on the Javelineer. Okay, Winds of Rebuke is nice. I can actually use it on Oketra's Monument if I want to. Let's attack in the air. I think I'm just going to let the monument hang out. I want to use the cards in my hand on other flyers, for example. Things like that. Worth noting we have memory in our graveyard. So if our opponent ever gets like a hand filled with cards, we would definitely be interested in casting memory. I've had decks where I've casted memory. It was a deck where I had 2 bounties of the Luxa, though. It was like a super slow dirtily deck. And this deck is less slow dirtily so far, I'd say. Okay, so we're going to take the 4. And then we're going to cast Winds of Rebuke on Aven Initiate. And what do we mill? Nothing we can do anything with from our graveyard. Oh, man. That was messed up. Our Glorybringer has brought us a lot of glory. Yeah, we got there. If our opponent hadn't rage quit in that second game, they had a real chance to win. So we're 2-0. Don't know that we deserve to be, but, you know, works for me. All right, on to the finals. All right, going into the final match of an Amonkhet draft. This is a reasonable hand. Got some cycling, some card draw, 2-drop, some removal. It works for me. But where's our Glorybringer? That's what I want to know. I feel like we've drawn it every game. We're pretty close to every game. It's been kind of silly. That's a big part of why we're 2-0. Right. So I'm going to play Nimbleblade Kenra here. Which means my opponent probably exerts their Bitterblade Warrior. I'm okay with that. Black, green. Yeah, that's pretty great right there. Shrinks my Kenra and gives you a dude with lifelink. Pretty good. Okay. I mean, Illusory Wrappings isn't going to be very good. I think we kind of just have to let this guy exist and keep beating our faces in. Until we get to Deem Worthy, which isn't too far away. I could definitely chump block. Yeah, I'd probably chump block with my Kenra. I mean, it's never coming back. Never gonna be. I mean, it'll be a 1/3 sometimes, but that's not something I need really. I think keeping my life at a reasonable level before I use Deem Worthy on it is good. All right, Giant Spider. Yeah, I think I play my Sure Shot. I was thinking I was gonna play Hieroglyphic Illumination. But the Sure Shot can at least block the spider. So that's something, you know. Bitterblade Warrior number 2. That one does not have lifelink, though, so I'm less concerned about it. All right. Lay Claim will be good later, but yeah, I mean... I could cycle Deem Worthy to kill the other Bitterblade Warrior, I guess. We'll just have to see what our opponent does here. We're just going to pass the turn, leave up all the mana in the world. I mean, we're going to draw a Glorybringer next turn anyway, right? So, see what our opponent does here. Okay, so you're exerting that guy. Let's declare our blocks first to see if perhaps we want to do something a little bit differently. But my plan right now is to block this, and to use Deem Worthy on that. If my opponent uses a trick, I may change my mind about what I'm using Deem Worthy on. Doesn't look like they're going to, so. That is 7 damage. There's one trick that gives hexproof, but most people don't play it because that's literally all it does. So, not literally. It also takes away all -1/-1 counters, I think. So, is that going to get flinged at me? Yes, it is. Flinged at my Minotaur, actually. Okay. That's fine with me. You are down to 1 card now. I have all kinds of action. All kinds. I guess I'm just gonna embalm the dude right now. I could also cast Hieroglyphic Illumination, but I'll hold on to it for now. All right. You really need to play my Ancient Crab. Where's my island at? Opponent is at 27, so I got that going for them. Okay, so I can do 1 damage right now with Warfire Javelineer, which is enough to kill a Bloodlust Insider. So I could actually cycle the Illumination first, and it would do 2, but I think doing 1 to the Insider is fine. Right. Bam. I feel like this is a game where we're going to win in the long run, unless our opponent has some really crazy bomb. They are splashing, well, I guess they're splashing black for that cartouche. Doesn't seem great, does it? Must be doing something else. I may use Illusory Wrappings on the spider so that I can just attack through it. Okay. Yeah, I think. Well, let's cast Hieroglyphic Illumination first. No, never mind. Let's just put Illusory Wrappings on this spider. Attack for 4. Yep, might as well chump block. Although with that much life, I don't know if I would have, because Spider can do some things maybe later in the game. Okay, River Serpent is going to be able to attack very soon, but not yet. So I'm going to attack with both of these. Then I'm going to end my turn. I'm planning on casting Hieroglyphic Illumination at the end of our opponent's turn. Channeler Initiate. Okay, it's a 0/1, so attacking through it's not hard, but it can ramp our opponent, and it does get larger. Of course, I have so much mana, I don't know how worried I have to be about ramping. So let's cast Hieroglyphic Illumination. Okay, now we probably just play Trial of Zeal and kill it, though, just to be safe. Well, maybe not yet. No, I think we should. Oh, where did that Glorybringer come from? What? I must have drawn it. Oh, I drew 2 cards. Somehow I didn't see that I drew it. I only saw that I drew... Wow. So good. I'm so good at drawing my Glorybringer. That's the secret to this format. You're lucky enough to open Glorybringer, and then you just draw it every time. Yeah, that can block for a while if I let my opponent, if I want them to. I think keeping my foot on the gas pedal and playing Trial of Zeal is probably better, though. Yeah, it's got to be right. I can also play my crab. 4. So my opponent is pretty dead next turn. If he plays a blocker, I can just steal it with Lay Claim. All right, we got there. Do we want another Ancient Crab? I think we might over the Sure Shot. Yeah. Opponent had a lot of ground creatures who are going to have a hard time getting through the crabs. So we got a hand with Glorybringer again, and our opponent mulligan to 4, which is pretty good for us, and our hand is just good in general. So we have a Censor that we'll probably get to use early, a removal spell, River Serpent to cycle, probably. Yeah, I'll probably cycle that River Serpent. He's not going to be attacking anytime soon. Okay, if they played Channel or Initiate, I would have been a little sad that we couldn't counter it that turn, but Bitterblade Warrior doesn't worry me quite as much. So, yeah, we're going to cycle River Serpent. There's one of our crabs. Okay. Leave up my mana for Censor. Not that I could do anything anyway, so that's the beauty of it. So opponent's going to hit us for 2. All right, they just ended their turn, as you can see. So I think we probably just play Trial of Zeal here and kill this thing. Opponent may be stuck on 2 lands. Okay, that's good, because we can play our Labyrinth Guardian and leave up mana for Censor, so we're in pretty good shape here. I'm going to feel so bad to cast Censor. Okay. I mean, I would have done it, but if your opponent's mana screwed, they finally draw their 3rd land to play their card that's going to make a difference, and then you just play Censor on it. That's brutal. I think I'm going to cycle Hieroglyphic Illumination. I want to draw Mountain is what I wanted to hit there for my Glorybringer, but I'll take what I'm given. You notice I said I would feel bad about it, but I made sure to keep my Censor in my hand as opposed to the Hieroglyphic Illumination. So I don't feel that bad. Pouncing Jaguar. No, Splendid Agony. I think we're going to go ahead and counter that. Oh, actually my Labyrinth Guardian just dies either way, so what's the point? Yeah, I don't want to use Censor on that. Because my Labyrinth Guardian just has to become the target, and then it dies. And yeah, my Crab's a 0/4 now, but that can still block a lot of stuff. Can't attack very well, but it can block a lot of stuff. Okay. There's the Mountain. Let's just try to Glorybringer it up here. We're not going to exert him, obviously. There's nothing for him to kill. This way, we do not leave mana up for Censor, by the way. But I'll probably be okay. I mean, my opponent may draw a 5th land and kill Glorybringer. Should be really sad, but they did. That's kind of what I felt like could happen. All right, then. Well, gonna bring him back. We're getting to the point where Censor's starting to be bad. Like, it would have been good if, you know. Okay. Really getting to the point where Censor's bad. Our opponent's kind of lucky. I mean, they're more unlucky than lucky, but at least I'm sort of flooding out. And they had removal for my Glorybringer, you know. Otherwise, I'd be in a lot of trouble. But, yeah. Yep. Thinking about cycling sensor. It's to the point. I mean, it's getting to the point where it's not that good. I haven't gotten to bounce my Trial of Zeal with my cartouche yet. Okay. Well, I'm glad I still have Censor. Because we're going to use it. Ooh, Ancient Crab number 2. How are you going to get through that? I guess a creature with Death Touch is a pretty good answer. Cartouche of Strength. Man. Why do you only return tapped creatures, Gale Strike? So he's going to kill my Labyrinth Guardian. See if he attacks here. That would be crazy if he did, yeah. I guess if he exerted it, it would have been less crazy, but... yeah. Let's put this crab up in the sky. And return our Trial of Zeal to our hand. And then play Trial of Zeal to kill Bitterblade Warrior. Now we have all the bounce we could want, and we're going to try to kill our opponent with a Flying Crab. Pretty typical day at the office. Down to 8 for our opponent. Ornery Kudu, okay. You can't get through crabs, man. We have 2 things in our graveyard right now. So I don't really want to play the Javelineer. There's no good reason to. It's not like big enough for this board. So forth. If I get to play Gale Strike or Winds of Rebuke, it will be, for sure. I mean, it'll be able to kill something, is what I mean. Okay, it can kill the Watchful Naga now. But I think I'm going to use Winds of Rebuke anyway. On the Naga, and then I can kill the Kudu, and then this can actually attack through the Naga because it's only a 2/2. So we'll do that. Champion of Ronus. I'm glad that's in the graveyard. Well, now it seems a lot less important for me to kill the Ornery Kudu, and I'd probably just play the River Serpent. Yeah. I think we're gonna get there. Ancient Crabs for the win. The Naga is back. I wonder what my opponent has in their hand. I mean, they were mana screwed for a while, but it feels like they should have... If he attacks with a Kudu, I block, and then if he uses a trick, I cast Gale Strike. So we're in no real danger there. Okay. Javelineer. Now's when you see if our opponent has a trick. Kind of feel like they might because they were thinking about attacking so hard. Right now, though, it's doing 4 damage. So brute strength. Well, it doesn't have red mana. I guess I was gonna say shed weakness will work, but we made him use it in a way that he didn't want to. I'm sure he would have much rather killed my River Serpent with it than do what he just did. I'm just gonna attack in the air now. Drops our opponent to 2. Sweltering Suns doesn't beat us. There's not much that can at this point. He just really wants to draw a card. Makes sense, given the game's state. That's the word I'm looking for. Right. I'm going to use my Javelineer to block. Scaled Behemoth. Would be scary if I didn't have a crab who can just fly over and end it. So, crab for the win. Yes. All right, well, that is my 4th trophy, which isn't too bad. It's across 20 or so drafts. So 1 in 5, I go 3-0. So that's good. The deck ended up being quite good. I don't know how well we would have done if we didn't draw Glorybringer every game, though. But our deck, you know, we had a lot of good stuff going on in general, but definitely drawing Glorybringer every game. There's always luck in Magic, and I had a lot of it today. So thanks for watching. If you want to see more of my draft videos, you can find them here on the Aether Hub, and you can subscribe here. I do one here every week, but I also do one over on my own channel, NizzahonMagic, every week. And here on the Aether Hub, in addition to limited content that I do, there's a lot of other content that other content creators bring your way, so it's definitely worth subscribing. Thanks for watching.